Hey there, are you tired of spending hours working on presentations? Are you tired of going through Canva and trying to figure out what is the best look, what are the best pictures, and try to fight with a template in order to make it work? Well, in this video, that will be no more. I am going to show you how you can create a beautiful presentation in less than 10 minutes. So let's begin. First, let's talk about what we're going to be using. We're going to be using Claude. If you don't have it already, you can download Claude, use Claude for the browser, and once you have a Claude account set up, then you can come back here. Before, when you were creating presentations, you had to fight through programs such as Microsoft PowerPoint, then you had Google Slides, and then you finally had Canva. For those of us who were really fancy, there was, I believe you call it Prezi, and there were other paid products, but the result is still the same. It's still you tinkering endlessly with templates and trying to get something looking half decent. Many of us, we did not study design, and this is hard. So, without further ado, we're gonna make this easy. First, I want you to go to Claude. There are several ways of doing this. I think what I'm going to show you is the easiest. So what I like to do is I actually like to look at a place that has a bunch of slides as templates. So if we go over here, I'm at Deck Gallery. Here are a bunch of decks. So you can find one that you like, and you can click on it. So what I'm going to do is I like this. I like the colors. So I am going to take a screenshot. Ooh. And add it to Claude. Let's see what else. So what you could do is, if you don't like the color scheme, you can actually go into palettes and you can pick out your own color scheme. We're not going to do that now. You can also pick out your own font. So if you go into fonts.google, here are the different fonts that you can use to match your brand. We're not going to do that for now, so we're just going to use this template. I'm going to keep this simple. The next thing I need is to upload my outline. So this presentation is going to be about energy usage in North Carolina. So I'm going to click on the connector, add files and photos, and I am going to go to this presentation. Here we go. And now it's time for the prompt. I am giving a local presentation on energy usage in North Carolina. Please use the style that I screenshot and ask me any questions before you begin. Feel free to use any animations. Okay, so I'm gonna put that prompt in. And this might take a while. We'll see if we'll get the animations. So what it's doing now is Claude uses a bunch of skills. So it's actually reading something called a PPTX, which is a presentation skill, and it's using PPT-JS, that's a coding skill. Yeah, it's reading all of my skills. I have a no M dash skill. I use that because I don't want my presentation to look very generic. Okay, great. So this is going to ask me some questions. What's the audience for the presentation? Let's go with business and chamber group. How long should the deck be? They're short, medium, full, deep dive. I'm going to keep it, let's go with medium. What should the deck emphasize the most? So I gave it a big outline. There's policy and future outlook, solar renewables, transition away from coal. I'm just going to go with the energy mix overview. And like a good business partner, as you see, you're not writing these presentations in a bubble or isolation. Like Claude is very good about asking you questions that you might have thought of yourself because you're so in your head. And now let's wait. And as you can see, it's actually architecting. This is not like the old school ChatGPT where this was ready within several seconds. Like it does take a while to actually think about what it's going to create. So we'll come back when this is finished. And here is the presentation. So this gives you an overview of what we have. 12 slide deck. These are all the different slides. And this is a PPTX. So the animations actually happen when you open it in PowerPoint. So let's see what this looks like. So this is 1, 2, the energy mix. Not bad. Not bad at all. And this took us about 10 minutes. So yeah. And that's how you make a presentation using Claude. Now, of course, that you, when you're looking at this, make sure that the facts are right. But yeah, no, this looks great. Okay, several things. When I'm looking at this, I actually opened this up in Docs Google, and I actually don't see any animations. What I think it did here was give us some suggestions, but I'd like it to animate it for us. Another thing I would like is for this energy mix to be fixed. So let's try this again. But once again, we're like 80% there. Hey, Claude. So for the energy mix slide, I can't see past the 3%. Could you fix that? Also, I really want animation, but I don't have Microsoft and I want you to do it. Will you be able to make this presentation animated? So as you can see, it's thinking, and you can see like all the different things that it's considering. Oh, cool. So for the chart, it'll group everything under 2% into other, which is great. And let's see if it'll solve for our animation problem. Okay, excellent. So it's finished, and it says that every slide has a transition baked into the file. So mix of fade, pushes, and wipes. Let's look at it now. The first thing I want to see is the chart. And so, yes, I mean, we would have to fix this, but it looks a lot better than before. Oh, this is great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually open this up in Google Slides and see if the transitions work. All right, so we're in a slideshow. Um, I forgot how to do this. I think it's presenter view. And let's get started. So I don't see any animations. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to go back here and I'm going to say, hey, Claude. So a couple things. I don't see any animations. Can, is there a reason why there's no animations? And if this was another format, such as HTML, could you have animations? So what I did here was instead of keeping us close to a PowerPoint presentation, we'll make this into an actual website and see what happens. Oh, so it says a transition that added fade, push, wipe between slides depends on the presentation view actually supporting them. And it looks like Google Slides doesn't support them. Okay, so it looks like HTML actually might be able to do this. So I'm going to ask, can you please make this into an HTML presentation? And just to be clear, I'm going to actually stop and I'm going to put, can you make this into an HTML presentation with all the animations? Thank you. So Claude is thinking about it. It's looking at the front end design. So that's very similar to actually like talking, almost like talking to a developer. What I like about Claude is it's pretty transparent on how it processes your prompt and how it gets to its answer. Oh, awesome. And for those nerds, it actually is giving you the code. So this, I mean, for anyone who reads code, this is what it looks like behind the scenes. And so we're going to wait for this to continue, and I will let you know when it's finished. All right, now that we're finished, we actually have an animation. So this is code, and this is what it looks like. So I'm actually going to try this out. So every time you click on the arrow, you actually get an animation. This looks absolutely beautiful. Awesome. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I hope that your presentations are easier and more fun to create. Thank you.